Hello, my name is Pasadena Zorro, and this is my exploration into Civilization V, Gods and Kings. So, I've actually tried to do this twice now. This is my very first review of anything, and one of the first times I'll post anything to YouTube, so please bear with me. The very first thing, which I really wish I could have shown, but the last time I tried to, my computer just freaked out. It's kind of an old piece of shit. But the very first thing that I noticed about this expansion pack is that you can escape from the intro cinematic, which is just amazing, because I was getting really tired of listening to the old guy, and not being able to escape from it is kind of silly. Anyway, so what I'm going to be taking a look at today is the single player. I'm going to be looking at the different civilizations that are new, checking out their special units. I think I'm going to get maybe 1,000 or 1,500 years worth of a playthrough of some civilization or other, and be focusing mostly on the religion aspect, since that's the new big thing, is the religion that they finally reintroduced and are supposedly really customizable, and I will be the judge of that. So, we will see how that all turns out. Right now, it looks like it already selected the Celts for me. Let's see what this is all about. Alright, so the Celts get 1 faith per city with an adjacent unimproved forest, and it gets to 2 extra faith per unimproved forest if you have 3 or more unimproved forests. So you want to start them near the woods. Since they have the religion bonus, I'm going to stick to them. Let's see what the others get, though. The Carthaginians get a free harbor and can cross the mountains. Interesting, but they lose half their health if they end on a mountain. The Swedes get extra reputation and influence with a city-state if they gift a great person. The Austrians can buy stuff. That sounds great. The Incans, or I'm sorry, the Mayans, my fault, get an extra great person every 394 years, which sounds like it would be just fine at the beginning of the game. Actually, that might be really good if you're trying to religion rush somebody. I don't even know how you would go about doing that, but that could be really good. Maybe I'll have to play them in another playthrough. So, Byzantium. You can choose more than one belief when you found a religion. That could also be good. And the Netherlands. Your happiness sticks around if you lose the last one of your resources. Did I forget anybody? Oh, Attila of the Huns, of course. So you raise cities at double speed. You can borrow city names from other in-game civs. That's odd. You start with animal husbandry, and you get +1 production per pasture. That's... Does anybody else start with a bonus tech? I don't think so. Anyway, so we're going to be playing at normal difficulty, quick game pace, Pangea, and tiny map. So, without further ado, let's do this.
Eternal glory and praise for you, fierce and vengeful warrior queen. In a time dominated by men, you not only secured your throne and sovereign rule, but also successfully defied the power of the Roman Empire. After suffering terrible punishment and humiliation at the hand of the Roman invaders, you rallied your people in a bloody and terrifying revolt. Legions fell under your chariot wheels, and the city of London burned. While in the end the Romans retained ownership of the Isles, you alone...
While in the end the Romans retained ownership of the Isles. Code for, while in the end you lost. Oh, the Irish. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so, already I am standing on top of incense, which is old, and salt, which is new. I'm going to just assume that's a luxury resource. And yeah, looks like I'm starting near some forests. Go figure. Good land for farming, and we will start our first city, Edinburgh. Okay. let's see here. Given that this requires mining, all right, that's going to require a calendar. Okay, so since I have more salt than I have incense, I will go mining first. And I have a series of production that I usually try to stick to. First and foremost, I want to know what's around me, so I will build scouts. I could explore with my warrior, but I usually prefer to keep it around home, so that when I get a settler or a worker, it is already right there, and I don't have to worry about it being far afield, excuse me, and having to bring it back in from God knows where. That and scouts train pretty quick. They move faster through terrain, so I really do think that getting a scout, even though you have to wait 3 or 4 turns to build it, as opposed to just using your warrior, it'll make up for it in the speed that it gets. I should try to build 2, so I can explore in, you know, 1/2 the map, and then the other a few turns later, and then I'll go for a monument so that my borders can expand faster. Got some sheep chilling out over here. And there we go. So, now I have 2 scouts. I got some deer and some cows over to my west. These guys are exploring the mountains. Oh, sweet ruins! Alright, so I'm going to get my monument going. I will start looking into... Ooh. Actually, which one requires calendar, and that requires pottery. So, pottery seems to be the best. I like that new building that it'll get me, and I'll be able to move right into calendar to get my incense, and to get that as the luxury resource. I don't know what salt counts as. So, now I've got this found a pantheon thing going on over here, this little yellow lightning bolt. And from this, it looks like I can choose one of many bonuses. And I think, if I remember correctly, this sticks with you for the rest of the game, not just until you found a proper religion, but this sticks with you, period. So you want to choose this well. Personally, I am a huge fan of border growth. My typical civilization is the French, because they get +2 culture per city until the advent of steam power, and so that just makes them spread like wildfire. They're just all over the place. There's no stopping the French, which is a phrase I'm not usually used to saying. Let's see. I'm not really... Well, a couple close to desert. Not really, though. There's only 2 or 3 that I could get from that. I'm not anywhere near the sea. I could get +1 culture and +1 faith for nearby incense. Some from camps. Ancient and classical wonders. Plantations. See, that... salt plantation... But no, you need a mine. I think it's more... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to go with stone circles. And I'm going to gain +2 faith from quarries. Because I think I need a quarry in order to mine salt. So I could be looking at an extra 6 faith here fairly soon, if you quarry salt. And if not, then I'm just going to feel like a monumental jackass. Alright. Oh, sweet! So I get bonus population. That'll be A-okay with me. I am now in the lead with a mighty 43 points. Oh, I love it. Okay, and I've found a mountain! Mount... Kailash, I guess? So it gets you super religion if it's worked within your borders. I could get a city down there, I guess. I'm not usually too worried about natural wonders.
I have some information that may be of use.
So thank you for that. I guess this has reset some of my tooltips that I told it never to tell me again. So thank you, advisor, for that. Oh! Snizzity snap! And it gets... You know, when it gives me the technology that I was a turn away or so from discovering, I'm a little less thankful for it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, so we're going to go with masonry, just in case that I was right about the salt quarries. And then we're going to cross our fingers. Okay. So I'm fairly close to the roof of the world. I've built my monument, and now I'm going to build... Actually, I'm going to build a shrine, and here's why. Next turn, with my +3 culture, I'm going to get a social policy, which means that I can... Ooh, okay, so they changed that, and I didn't know that. I'm used to collective rule being above republic, and being able to do an immediate 1-2 punch of a worker and a settler, or vice versa. This, I've got to wait a little bit longer, but still, collective rule is probably one of the best things you can get. Now, because I'm only exploring this, and I'm not actually playing for all the marbles, what I'm going to eventually do is I'm going to take the worker first, so that I can just see if the salt is quarried and if this was a good idea or not. Usually, though, I would move towards getting the free settler, just because free settler is best settler, and the computer doesn't seem to take it that often. Not that it would need to, because higher level computers just cheat, but oh man, I'm finding all the things. I love this. Yeah, so that particular social policy path, the liberty into the free worker and settler, probably the way to go if you want to really start taking over large parts of the map quickly. And I don't really know who doesn't want to do that. I would like modest gains for my civilization. I will be known as Pasadena Zorro, the not bad leader. He wasn't too bad. He was okay. All right. So, in preparation for a settler at some point,
How happy am I?
I'm going to start building a warrior. It's like, oh my god, I'm finding all these settlers. I'm going to start building a warrior so that he's protected. Next up is my calendar, so that I can harvest that. Wait a minute, what the citrus? Oh my god, that's just so good. It's just. Well, wait a minute, what? So, citrus, 3 food, 1 gold, 3 food, 1 gold. Seriously, they're just the same thing as bananas? All right, whatever, I guess. What was I saying? Oh, I can't count the number of times I've accidentally lost a settler to rampaging barbarians just because I sent it out first and the warrior was a spot behind it. Okay, so my complaining aside, here's what I'm talking about. So now I get to adopt a policy, and I'm going to make a worker. Boom! Now I have a free worker. Pop up here. Looks like it's a mine, which would be very unfortunate. Because that would mean that all of my, or not all of my, but my little religious pantheon bonus is completely moot. It is actually completely moot. Wonderful. Slightly awkward, but like I said, it's just an exploration of the features and not really playing for keeps here. So I have my warrior, and now it's time for me to start looking at where I would want a second city. I'm a little salty, pardon the pun, that that wasn't intentional. That I don't have that +2 faith that I really wanted from all that salt that I've got. So I am actually. Oh God, I want to go like right up here in between the marble and the stone, since those do require quarries. But that's just dumb. Like, that's just a terrible, terrible decision. And instead, I am going to go down here. That seems like a good plan. That way, at least, I'll be able to get the mountain, which will give me +6, I think it was, faith per turn or some nonsense. Alright, so, meanwhile, I'm going to build my settler, even though it was hollering at me about the walls. I got my... Aha! An invader. An enemy approaches. Don't worry, I got his number. Jenny, I got your number! Oh, Jesus, looks like I got my number. Actually, that didn't go too poorly. Can I get you guys down here to lend a helping hand? Move up here. I don't get any nearby combat bonuses or anything like that, but... oh well. Alright, I'm going to move my worker over here to the incense, so next turn when I finish my calendar, it will... Oh, text messages interrupt my cast. Silly text messages. Okay, so, right there, I don't know if you could see that through the little pop-up that it had, but it was like -31 for my scouts and -36 for the barbarian douchebags. So, you might remember that they increased the hit points of everything from 10 to 100. I like it. I just think it's more appropriate to have, you know, minus 30-some hit points for getting into a big fight than minus 3.6 and having to round up. So anyway, my warriors are going to come down and stomp them! Oh, God, get them! I'm coming out of the hills! But you'll also notice that the defender is also much harder to kill. Even though I put the hurt on him and did twice as much damage, they're just difficult to get rid of. This was put in for player protection, as a matter of fact, so that, you know, just one unlucky roll of the dice, I think they worded it, didn't just wipe out, you know, your key defensive position. I like that. I do. You know, being able to just throw units at a defensive position and just be like, whatevs, you know, I'm the attacker, I'm going to win, is kind of... I think that the game before this expansion pack wasn't really taking into account how difficult it can be to dislodge an entrenched defender. So I think now this kind of handles that more and just kind of really illustrates attacking somebody is a difficult proposition. This is not just something you do on your day off. Like, if you want to take somebody, you had better, you know, be bringing the noise. I'm about to drop the hammer and dispense some indiscriminate justice. For my old school StarCraft fans, the siege tank, he had the right idea. He was going to dispense some indiscriminate justice, and if you want to try to overtake a defender, you have to have the hammer of indiscriminate justice with you as well. Don't leave it at home. Okay. So my scouts are healed. Ready to rock and roll. Aha! I'm about to meet somebody. That's going to be great. Gandhi.
भारतीय जनता की ओर से मैं आपकी ओर दोस्ती का हाथ बढ़ाता हूं.
You know what? I don't usually have any beef with Gandhi because he doesn't tend to build a whole lot of cities. And so his cultural influence is usually smaller than a super expansive civilization. Like, for instance, the French. Anyhow, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to build Stonehenge. I like it. I like the idea of it for the Irish.
He who destroys
Since my racial is kind of, you know, druidic lore, or whatever it's called. Supposedly the druids built Stonehenge, and they're just rocking and rolling. Now I'm going to get this too, so I can get a free settler in a little bit. 20 turns maybe. What do I want right now? Drama and poetry? No, that's lame. Animal husbandry. Alright, we're going to find some horses. Gonna find some horses. Yeah. So, see again, like, -39, even though I'm getting surrounded with them, typically, before the expansion came out, they would have been all but dead. And now they're at above half strength. So they're probably going to get toasted anyway, just because they're going to get jumped by all these barbarians and their mother. But, yeah, just harder to kill. Oh my god. Okay, I just saw that. That right there, copper, you can kind of sort of see it through the clouds. That's new. Didn't used to have that. Okay, we found horses right by the capital. Oh my goodness. We're going to have all the horses. This is going to be like a Barbie horse riding video game. It's going to be great. Our horse is going to be so happy. My Little Pony's going to contact us and ask us for licensing rights. Our horses are just going to be magical. What am I even saying? Anyway, so I'm founding my new city. I'll get the mountain. I'll hopefully get the wheat. I'll get the deers. I'll get the fishes. It's going to be amazing. Dublin. We're doubling the number of cities I got. Yeah. So, God. So, new monument for Dublin, and I think I'm going to take this cast. Well, I want to get my first great prophet, is what I want to do, and just start my religion. So whenever that happens, not quite sure how long that'll take, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll keep it going for a little bit. I'm going to need the wheel to connect my cities and get all this trade going. Otherwise, the sodium content in Edinburgh's diet is just going to be too much. They're not going to be healthy enough, and we can't have that. We don't even have any citrus to help balance their diet with some healthy fruits. You know what? I'm going to leave these guys there. Hopefully the barbarians will be dumb enough to attack me defending in a forest. Not quite dumb enough. Unfortunate. I'm going to pop up. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get them cows. Is what I'm going to do. And after the cows are done, the wheel will be done researching, and then I'll just have a road connecting down from Edinburgh to Dublin. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, what do we have next? Sailing. I'm going to need them fishes. I'm one turn away from Stonehenge, and it's just going to be spectacular. Oh God. This is just going to be... Aha! Yes! +5 faith. Boom. Alright. So, oh, I saw this a second ago. So if you mouse over that, you see the little 5 followers thing by my mouse, and my population is 6. That means that 5 out of the 6 people in Edinburgh are followers of my pantheon, and one of them is atheist. And so, fuck him. We don't like him. He's just emo anyway. He's going through a phase. He's just a little teenager. So, next, what am I going to build next? I should probably get some archers out here so that they can ranged defend my city and my warriors can get up in people's faces. Meanwhile, I'm going to shoot them to bits. -24, not that grand. Yeah, see, this is not... Attacking them right now, even melee is not that great of a plan. Quite yet. But I can shoot them from there. They lose 45. That's a lot. Move them out, and then I'm going to fortify my archer. These dudes can stay put for the moment. And next up, we're gonna go. What should I build next? Bronze working. Yes. All right. So next up, God, it's telling me library. Building. I'm gonna go with the walls. I always regret it when I don't build walls. I'm like, man, I wish I'd built some walls. Nope. I'm going to attack them so that they can get some experience. Since they'll do essentially no damage. What was that? Yeah, -8. I think I'll live. Down here, I'm going to build a workboat. And now that the road is safe, or that the coast is safe, I should say, I'm going to start building a road. Alright, looks like I'm about to get attacked down here with my scouts. See just how well they are defending their woods. Alright, so I caused 10 more damage there, and what was that? About the same amount of damage there. I am going to die here if I don't get somebody else to help me. They are not going to make it there in time. I'm going to go this way. Hopefully, I should survive the attack from these dudes right here, and they won't be able to get to me because they have to go through a forest. Oh, get at me. Get at me. You can't stop me. I've got sticks. We're going to go that way. And he's going to run the F away. He's retreating in another direction. He's advancing in another direction. Oh my God! Look at that! That mighty 156. I'm just taking unmet players 1 and 2 to the mattresses. All right. Next up, ironworking. Gotta get it. I'll get trapping next. Okay. So next up, I'm gonna go for the Great Library in Edinburgh. I've got a comfortable enough lead that I don't feel the need to expand quite yet. Oh, but I can because I've got a settler for free! Ah! Oh my god. How glorious. How glorious. Alright, so I'm going to start moving the archers up, and I'll get the settler out of here. Does leave my capital undefended, but that's okay. There's nobody really getting at me quite yet. Gandhi's just chilling down at the bottom of the map like a chump anyhow. Alright, so we're going to move you over here into the woods where you will heal. Okay, so that dude wants a piece. So here's what's up. We're going to shoot him. We're going to... yeah, it's a lot of woods, but a lot of it is flat woods, so I can clear that later. So I'm going to go for open terrain, and I'm going to attack them. Did I get a minus for over the river? The river kind of ends right there. I don't... yeah, attacking over a river. Damn. Alright. So up here, got our archers. Move up there so I can see what's going on. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to keep them there for the second. That's what we're going to do. Oh my goodness. They just do not like me. Alright. We're going to shoot him. That should be the end of that guy. Perfect. And we're going to move him up here. Next, we're going to explore what's going on over here. And move him up into position there. Hopefully, I will be able to get rid of this camp and build a city here-ish, or here maybe. There might be better. That's really close to Edinburgh, but over here I could culturally expand and grab the marble. I still really want those two quarries, just on principle's sake. That I wasted my permanent thingamabobber on it. My religious quality, I guess. All right, get them rebuilding the road. Away we go. Ah, this world can be cruel, Sir Gandhi. I will be your friend. Okay, so they decided to come at me over the river after all, which is what I was hoping for. They're going to get a huge combat problem. See, I only lost 12 hit points. Now, hey you! Catch! Yeah. That's what's up. Okay, ooh. Okay, So, that's problematic. Yeah. It's 27. Not entirely sure what I want to be doing with this settler right now. He's just kind of running around doing a bunch of nothing. I'd feel really more comfortable if one of those units was dead. At least one of them. That would just be a-okay by me. See if I can't bombard him into smithereens. Maybe clean him up for the Indians to take care of it. These guys... I get a sneaking suspicion they are going to come at me now. Yeah, they definitely want a piece. So, first things first. Settlers, you need a GTFO. Can I? No, not quite. I can't kill them. Close. I don't think he's going to be bothering me. Alright, so now my scouts are fully healed. They have the vision enhancement, so I want them scouting out and let me know if there's any big bads coming my way ahead of time. My warriors are healing up. I am please waiting. Oh my goodness! I love shiny things. God, I'm rich. I hope I have not invested all my hard-earned gold on some crop that can just be obliterated at a moment's notice without any regard for my population's well-being or anything like that. Like carrots. Carrots would just be terrible. God. If I've invested in Indian carrots, I'm just done for. I just uninstall, really, is what I ought to do. Alright, before he takes the experience for that guy, I just Swiss cheesed him. deep sixed him, ventilated him. I'm out of words. Words are difficult. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Well, good. I was hoping that would happen. Gonna build my little fishing boat. You're good to go where you are. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna move you up in the middle just in case. I need to get to one of the other cities in time. Okay. So, thanks for the information. I can found a religion. Thank you. So, the prophet, right there. Yeah, can't really see him, but I'm kind of afraid to move him. Okay, so I can move him. I can either build a holy site, which will give me +6 faith, or I can found a religion. Well, next turn I can find a religion. Oh, looks like I'm building there. Wrong key. I thought that was the archer who was going to bombard these guys. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't know if I'm going to be playing this game in particular. Okay. So now we got... Oh, so this is our special unit, the Pictish Warrior. Strength 11. Get a combat bonus outside friendly territory and earns 50% of opponent's strength as faith for kills. Oh my. Okay, so that would be an insane racial. Unfortunately, it's only a unit ability. I wonder if it would keep it if I upgraded it from Pictish Warriors to, like, tanks. Because later in the game, well, religion fades off later in the game, as they say. Well, we'll see. That could be good if you're trying to, like, religion rush somebody. And I don't even know what a religion rush would entail. But something interesting, I hope. As a bonus, I complete the Great Library, just because I'm a baller and a shot caller. I'll have them start on some... that. You can guard the salt mines. Okay, so this is the other thing that a great prophet can do. Found a religion! Huzzah! So click on that. You have to be in a city, I suppose. Poof!
I have some information that may
okay,
be of
so
use.
yes, thank you very much. I'll shoot you real quick. And open terrain. Daka Daka. And he's dead. Sweet. Looks like there's a graphical glitch. No one seems to fall over if it's the city bombarding. Anyway, so free tech. I'm going to go with, what's the biggest one here? Philosophy. I've entered the classical era. The classical era? Yeah, the classical era. Trade route, barbarians, construction. I want my whole attention to be focused on the religion. So, Pictish Warrior. Now, I found a religion. Boom, hit the big yellow button, and I get to select an icon. Oh, look at all those icons. Zorro-Astrianism. Customize. Okay, so quick correction. Zorro-Astrianism. It's only an R difference, but it's a big difference. Okay, so here's my worthless passive. +2 faith from quarries. A founder belief. So a founder belief and a follower belief, different things. The founder belief, bonus for the founder's civilization as a whole, and this is for each city following the religion. So, plus happiness, plus gold, plus so this could be good if you can get other people to convert to you. I can get if you. So this. Wow. Okay. So this adds a whole. This really does add a whole new dimension to it. So this can be useful if you're trying to win a culture victory, science victory. I personally am going to go for this one, gold per turn. I usually have problems with gold. I could also do happiness, I guess. Either one. Personally, I'm going to go with gold because with that I can buy buildings that give me happiness. Who says you can't buy friends? As far as this goes, I'm reading this quickly. I've also kind of read up on these a little beforehand. None of these are really popping out to me. A lot of them are... we've replaced the building of religious buildings with production, with faith, I guess. And so they're all a little bit different. Like monasteries, they're kind of weaker to begin with, but they double up with wine or incense. Mosques are higher in faith, lower in happiness. Pagodas are fairly balanced. I am a huge fan of balance, so boom, we're going with pagodas. We're going to found our religion of Zorro-Astrianism, and that's that. I might do more of this game in a little bit. I've got my 3 wonderful cities. I've only met 2 people. I'm currently kicking ass and taking names. And we'll see. I like it so far. I think it's a good addition. I think it adds a whole new dimension. I'm not really aware if there is a competitive Civ 5 community, but if there is, the min-maxers are going to go crazy over these combinations, just from the sheer number of them. God, do I have a religion tab? Can I look at like what I'm doing here? No, not so much. Okay, well, whatever. Religion overview. There we are.
I have some information that may be of use.
You don't have any information that may be of use. So, yeah, like, that's worthless. Just the sheer number of things that you can pick here is just huge. Huge, huge, huge. Anyhow. So, I am done for now. My voice is tired. My name is Pasadena Zorro, founder of Zorro-Astrianism, and hopefully I will be doing this more often. So, thank you very much for watching, and I won't see you later, but hopefully you'll see me later. Peace.